The emergency session of the Galactic Council convened in chaos. Holographic projections flickered across the vast chamber as representatives from 200 species materialized in their designated spaces. Ambassador Zixthar of the Korthan Empire slammed 3 of his appendages against the podium, the sound echoing through the crystalline dome. "Order, we must have order!" His translator implant buzzed with urgency. High Counselor Velatris, a being of pure energy contained within a magnetic field, pulsed with an alarmed crimson hue. The Zathrine horde has breached the outer rim. They're heading for Sol 3. A collective gasp rippled through the assembly. The Zathrine were a name spoken in whispers. A nightmare from the dark ages of the galaxy. They were the Devourers, the unstoppable swarm that had consumed 17 civilizations in the span of a century. Entire star systems had been reduced to lifeless husks in their wake. Sol 3? Ambassador Kareth of the Silicate Collective's crystalline form chimed with confusion. The human world? Why would they? Does it matter? Interrupted General Throck, his scaled face twisted in what might have been concern. The Zathrine don't negotiate. They don't retreat. They consume everything. He paused, mandibles clicking nervously. We must evacuate the humans immediately. Counselor Velatris dimmed to a sickly yellow. The Zathrine fleet numbers in the thousands. Their vanguard will reach Earth in 43 standard hours. We don't have time for a full evacuation. At best, we might save a few million before what? A new voice cut through the chamber, sharp and defiant. The council turned toward the human delegation's platform. Ambassador Sarah Chen stood alone, her small bipedal frame seeming almost comically fragile among the assembled might of the galaxy. Her dark eyes swept across the chamber with an intensity that made several representatives uncomfortable. "Before the Zathrine consume your world," Zixthar said, his tone softening with something resembling pity. "Ambassador Chen, humanity has been part of the Galactic Council for only 30 cycles. You don't understand what we're facing. The Zathrine are—" "I know exactly what they are," Chen interrupted, her voice steady. "We received the data packets. We've studied every engagement, every battle, every species they've encountered." She pulled up a holographic display. 17 civilizations. Billions dead. Not a single victory against them in 300 years. "Then you understand." Bellatrix pulsed hopefully. "We must organize the evacuation." "No." The single word hung in the air like a challenge. The chamber fell silent. General Throck's eyes widened. "Ambassador, with all respect to your species, this is not a fight you can win. The humans have been spacefaring for barely a century. Your military technology is primitive by galactic standards. Your worlds are few and your fleet is small. This isn't about courage. The Zathrine will annihilate you." Chen's lips curved into something that wasn't quite a smile. "General, do you know what we call your primitive technology? We call it tested. Every weapon system we've deployed has been used in combat, not simulations, not theoretical models, actual war. That's because your species is perpetually at conflict with itself," Kareth observed, their tone carrying disapproval. "Exactly," Chen agreed without shame. "While you were all enjoying your post-scarcity utopias, we were perfecting the art of killing. We've had world wars, cold wars, proxy wars, cyber wars, drone wars, and wars we don't even have names for yet. We've fought each other in every possible environment, underwater, underground, in the vacuum of space, and in the digital realm." Zixthar shifted uncomfortably. "And this is supposed to reassure us?" "It should terrify you," Chen said quietly. "Because if we're willing to do that to ourselves, imagine what we're willing to do to something that threatens our home." She pulled up another display, showing Earth's defensive preparations. "In the past 48 hours, we've activated every military installation on and around Earth. We've recalled every ship, every soldier, every pilot. We've opened our strategic reserves, and we've done something else, something you might find distasteful." "What?" Velatris pulsed with curiosity. "We've unified. Every nation, every faction, every grudge and grievance put aside. The Chinese, Americans, Europeans, Africans, Indians, all of humanity is now a single war machine aimed at one target." Chen's eyes hardened. "We've done what we do best. We've prepared for war." "Ambassador," General Throck said carefully, "your passion is admirable, but passion cannot defeat the Zathrine. They have numbers. They have bioships that regenerate. They have predictable tactics," Chen interrupted. They swarm. They overwhelm. They rely on biological superiority and numerical advantage. We've studied every engagement. They've never faced an enemy that uses nuclear weapons as opening salvos. They've never encountered kinetic kill vehicles traveling at 0.99 light speed. They've never dealt with AI-controlled drone swarms that don't feel fear or pain. She leaned forward. And they've certainly never faced a species crazy enough to weaponize black holes. The chamber erupted in shocked exclamations. Weaponized singularities were theoretically possible, but universally considered too dangerous, too unpredictable. You wouldn't, Sixthar breathed. We would, Chen said flatly. We absolutely would. That's what you need to understand about humanity. We don't surrender. We don't retreat. When something threatens our home, we become the thing that nightmares fear. Counselor Velatris pulsed rapidly, a sign of extreme agitation. But even if you could defeat them, the cost will be acceptable, Chen finished. Because the alternative is extinction, and humans don't do extinction well. She stood straighter, her voice ringing through the chamber. So here's what's going to happen. In 43 hours, the Zathreen will arrive at Earth. They will find humanity waiting, not cowering, not fleeing, but waiting with weapons hot and zero mercy in our hearts. She paused. And in 44 hours, the Zathreen will learn why Earth never appeared on any galactic charts until recently. Why is that? Kreth asked, almost afraid of the answer. Chen's smile turned predatory. Because the previous survey ships took one look at our history and marked our system with a warning beacon. Primitive death world. Avoid contact. They were trying to protect you from us, not us from you. The chamber was silent. Then slowly, understanding dawned on the assembled council members. They weren't staring at humanity with pity. They were staring with the first stirrings of something else entirely. Fear. Council dismissed. Velatris pulsed weakly. And may the void have mercy on the Zathreen, because humanity won't. Ambassador Chen nodded once and disconnected her hologram, leaving the council to contemplate the horrifying truth they just realized. The galaxy's newest members might also be its most dangerous. And the Zathreen were about to become the first to truly understand why humans had survived their own death world. The countdown to contact had begun.